It is time for Stugotz to share his game notes. No one in the media will tell you what happened better than my boy Stu.
Weekend observations on a Wednesday. Brought to you by Miller Lite. Great taste, 96 calories, available for delivery.
What are you eating?
Granola. Thanks. I was hungry. Dangerous game. What are you looking at?
Maybe a swig of water? You want us to fill a little bit for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. What are you looking at?
Me?
Yes.
I'm just you. I just don't like. You've gotten caught with granola so many times. I don't understand why you keep doing
I
it.
don't know.
Sounds better instantly after the water.
I don't learn my lesson.
Yeah, it seems that way.
Dan! Still stuck. We haven't seen him on the field in over a year. But he's always somewhere, and he's always an injury away. Yesterday, or Sunday, it happened. Jimmy G did what Jimmy G does. He got injured. And Dan, just like that, make no mistake about it, Brian Hoyer is back.
No,
Miss him?
No, he's not.
He is. He's starting. What do you mean?
Where?
Las Vegas. Jimmy G got hurt. You're not listening.
I don't know why I was thinking Jimmy Graham.
What?
I don't know.
He's a tight end.
I know. I
He
don't
also
know. why I
still
was-
plays. He's with the Saints right now.
He does?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah, he had there's a mental health issue in the office.
Not a great start playing the Dan character, but you'll get there.
No, but he brought up mental health, so that helps.
Dan, you know what the T in Tez Walker stands for? It stands for the U is not back. You can't spell frauds without the U.
I would argue that I'm sitting in Stugotz's seat, and I did a great job there
That's
in
true.
this seat.
You did. Michael Penix Jr., congratulations on winning the Heisman. Walking into Dick's Sporting Goods. Dangerous game. Brian Hoyer lives one injury away. Death, taxes, and can you win a Super Bowl with Dak Prescott? I love a good Dick's. It's a dangerous game, though. Spend a ton of money in that place.
I want to buy every Hydro Flask in the little entryway.
Right.
Oh,
I end up buying Big League Chew every time I'm there.
Right.
And I don't ever actually use it.
At the counter.
The candy,
Yeah, at the counter.
candy.
They get you on the way
it's
out.
a great
They do.
candy selection.
Yeah.
Sunflower seeds.
Oddly, though, right? Like you're thinking you're walking into a sporting goods store, there's not going to be candy to make you fatter.
You probably spend 2 hours in that golf section.
I do. Trying out the gloves.
Little putting green.
Yeah.
I hate when there's a kid in there. Hey, this is for business here. This is not for you to play while your mom shops. Okay, you're whacking the ball all over the place. This is for me to practice and learn if I want to get this putter.
That's right. You never get it, though.
Never.
They're expensive. Putters.
I like to try a lefty one too.
Why?
Just get a little fun.
So you play
and then the
there.
kid's like, "Hey, this is for serious business."
Exactly.
And I'm like, "You don't know I'm not a lefty."
I'm going to start calling you lefty. Chris has played a full round at Dick's.
That's where I bought my golf clubs.
You never use them.
I used them a couple times.
You use them as a prop.
I don't.
When we have like a big golfer on the shows that we do separate from this one, you put the golf clubs in the back so they can see it and so they think you're some sort of golfer.
falsehoods.
What do you
No.
mean?
I have golf clubs and I don't have room for them, so I have them stored in the background next to the couch because I don't have a place for them. Not to impress golfers. What do I care?
You don't. You're right. I'm sorry.
Max Homa, I need him to be my friend. What do I care?
But you put them there when home is on
homie.
every time.
They don't move. I don't put them there. It's not like I set up the. Just continue whatever you're doing.
Okay. If you ever find yourself wondering where Brian Hoyer is, look for Josh McDaniels. Hoyer won't be far behind. Dan, you know what the D in Dak stands for? Death, taxes, and can Dak Prescott win the Super Bowl? I'd said something was off in Athens. They've won 24 consecutive games. Kyle McCord, do it against Michigan. The C in Colorado stands for choked. The L in Lucy Rodine stands for left early. I'm proud of you.
thank you.
Don't apologize
Call
to anyone
me
for
Lou
that.
Gotts now.
Just so we're all on the same page before the NBA season starts, if Chris Paul wins a championship with the Golden State Warriors, it will not count as a championship in my personal record book. Speaking of my personal record book, I have reached a deal with a major publishing company. I'm writing a book.
Did you get an advance?
I did.
Well, you need to deliver, though.
A book.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not just they give you an advance and that's that.
I'm getting to it.
When is this coming out?
I don't know yet.
Have you written anything?
Couple chapters. I might change the title to I wrote a book before Dan did. Alabama, Survive in Advance. In honor of Billy Gill being at jury duty this week, top 5 people in sports who can own a courtroom.
Ooh.
This is good. Number 5, Johnny Bench. Number 4, Lawyer Malloy.
Great list so far.
Thank you. Number 3, David Justice. Number 2, Aaron Judge.
There's better than that?
Impossible.
There is, and I think he's going to miss it.
Well, what's your guess?
No, I'm not telling you. No, not Ty Law.
It's not Ty Law.
Who's number 1?
D.A. Points.
That's pretty good.
Ben Jarvis Green Ellis, the law firm.
Oh, man.
You guys, it was right there.
Damn.
Yeah.
2 Patriots.
I had Courtney Vandersloot.
Oh, that's pretty good. D.A. Points, though.
That's good. That's good.
Do you know who D.A. Points is? Does anyone know who D.A. Points is? He's a golfer.
Next time he's on Stupidity, I'll put my golf clubs behind me.
Here come the Maple Leafs. You know hockey started?
It's the shortest off season ever.
I know. Chris Fowler, talking about Michael Penix Jr., said lefty quarterbacks just look better. He must have never seen Pat White. 15-6 is so Iowa, Wisconsin. Sorry about that. Granola bar.
It happens. They choke a lot too.
Thank you. Brock Purdy, blah, blah, blah. You know what the B in Brock Purdy stands for, Billy?
Blah.
Blah, blah. Devontae Smith, stop crying. You know what the S in Smith stands for, Billy?
Stop crying.
Very good. You're on your game. Tez Walker, Sundays, collision course. 8 days ago, I had no idea who Tez Walker was. Washington didn't win. Dan Lanning lost. Michigan, I have an idea. Play somebody. Anybody. Just play somebody.
I'm being told we have a picture of D.A. Points. Let's take a look at this guy. Yeah, there he is.
Yep.
Ooh,
All right.
The DA.
Back to you.
nice bangs.
It's worth keeping an eye on James Madison. The Dukes. Lucy, they're pretty good, right?
The NCAA won't let them compete in the postseason, though.
Right. Ever.
Pretty much ever.
Welcome to my world.
Well, till next year. But it feels like forever because they should have played last year too.
UCLA, you are not alone. Very few teams walk into Corvallis and come out alive. Seahawks, 4 trips in the red zone in the second half and only 3 points. You know what the B in Cincinnati Bengals stands for? It stands for bend, but don't break. Philadelphia Eagles, that had to hurt. It felt like I was watching Ryan Tannehill limp off the field for the final time. You see that?
No.
Tannehill? Felt bad for him.
I can't believe that he's still in the league.
That does feel like it might be it, right? Like if Malik Willis is just their guy, or rather they're terrible and then drafted the next guy.
I think if Tannehill's is your backup, you have a good quarterback situation.
It just feels
Sure.
like the Dolphins
Right?
gave up on him so long ago, and he's still doing it.
He just has to realize the perfect world that is being a backup quarterback. He could be the best, like to Stu's point, he could be the best in the league.
Learn
as a
from
backup.
his backup quarterbacks. Chad Henne, learn from Matt Moore. They got to live the life.
Chad Henne probably hated the first 4 years of his career when he was playing. And then he went to be a backup. He's like, this
Right.
is sweet.
Yeah.
This is awesome. Same amount of money, no stress. Slightly less money, but
Yeah.
Well, he had the
Still
one big
a lot.
drive last year for Kansas City in the playoffs, 98 yards.
Yeah.
Mahomes went out.
That was selfish of Patrick Mahomes. We've done this.
so we could say Chad Henne went out on top.
He did.
Yes.
Good for him.
He won a Super Bowl.
Right.
I was when the
That
Dolphins
was a part of it, Billy. Like, a major part of it.
he
had
was
that
the
big drive.
Dolphins quarterback that got me. He's the one we drafted him. I'm like, he's the one.
Did he have a better career than Tannehill?
That's a good question.
Tannehill never played in the playoffs for the Dolphins. He got hurt. Matt Moore played that game.
Tannehill's been to a couple of AFC championship games as a starter, right?
Couple?
Maybe one,
Was it
at
one
least
with
one.
the Titans? But that's Derrick Henry's AFC title game, not Ryan Tannehill's.
It's fair.
Chad Henne, 2 Super Bowls.
Really?
Yeah. Super Bowl winning quarterback, Chad Henne.
All right.
2-time. Greatest Dolphin quarterback ever. More than Marino.
He didn't do it for the Dolphins though.
No, greatest Dolphins quarterback ever. He was on the Dolphins.
He's in the top 5.
I think you have to win it with the Dolphins to be in the Dolphin category.
Why?
I would say Tua is already ahead. I think Tua is the second best quarterback in Dolphins history.
100%.
Sorry,
Behind who?
sorry,
I
Greasy.
agree with you.
No, Greasy right now is number 2 behind Marino.
But he won a title.
Who?
Greasy.
I know. You're saying he's better than Marino?
Who?
Okay, I'm getting confused.
Henny.
What's happening here? Dolphins quarterbacks all time. Marino, Greasy. I am putting Tua third already.
I'm putting him second. Number 2.
I think this is down to Chad Henne and Bob Greasy. They each have 2.
You're the worst.
I'm just
Chad Henne didn't win with the Dolphins.
yeah, well, neither did Dan Marino, and you have him as the best ever. So
What do we do with Jay Cutler?
that's a great question.
All right, moving on.
I don't want to move on.
Jay Cutler has one of the greatest plays in Dolphin history, which is when he was lined up in a wildcat out as a receiver and he didn't even move. One of my favorite plays ever.
Where is Jay Fiedler in this conversation?
Ahead of Chad Henne.
Impossible. Chad Henne's a two-time Super Bowl winning quarterback. How? That's impossible.
Where is David Woodley in this conversation? He took him to a Super Bowl.
He's not.
Where do we stand on Jay Cutler presently? Because I wasn't sure on that one. Like, I wanted to get a Jay Cutler Dolphins jersey once Very Cavallari started, and then I think he fell out of favor with the general public, and I thought maybe I shouldn't get one.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. Well, it was hard to find anyway, so even if I wanted to, I couldn't.
We still have 4 pages left on game notes.
Well, we're getting down to best Dolphins quarterback ever.
This is big. We've never done this before.
I'm down to do kickers next. It's Olindo Mare or bust. There's no one after Olindo
Get
Mare,
out of
right?
here.
Pete Stoyanovich would like a word.
Dan
Yes.
Carpenter?
Dan Carpenter, yeah.
Mhm.
It's Olindo Mare. He was in a Lunchables ad. Okay?
Linda Mare
Thank
had a
you very
cool
much.
name, but wasn't very good.
What?
Overrated, I'd say.
Oh, shush. I was going to say shut your mouth, and then I said shush, and it turned into shush.
Hear people saying that Bill Belichick has lost his touch. He hasn't lost his touch. He lost his quarterback. I spent 7:30 to 10:30 p.m. Eastern on Sunday night wondering how we beat the Eagles and how we lost to the Patriots at home. 49ers, Browns.
You have good wins.
We
You beat
did.
the Bills also.
We had bad losses, though.
You almost beat the Chiefs.
I know. But we lost to the Patriots. 49ers, Browns, Jets, Eagles, any given Sunday. It's the one text I got from Smetty over the weekend. Made me smile, though. 49ers, Browns, Jets, Eagles. That's why they play the games. Derrick Rose is a Grizzly. Did you know that, Tony?
I did not.
Grizzled vet.
Heyo.
He didn't play for the Knicks at all, right? Like, he just wore a jersey and just sat there on the bench the entire season.
Yes,
I also
Chad
texted
Henne.
you, Stu, and said 72 Dolphins champagne.
that's
was
right.
Of course.
You did.
Guess it didn't make the cut.
It didn't. I put it down. I send them to Chris, and he decides what goes in and goes out.
Wait, you're blaming that
Yeah.
on me? I did not make any cuts.
Welcome to the club.
Do you think Jimbo Fisher has looked at the Texas A&M athletic director and said, "Go ahead, buy me out. I dare you"? Yes?
Probably not in those exact words,
No.
but just with his
those
performance.
exact words.
He said that with his performance.
with a wink. Notre Dame, hell of a bounce back. Speaking of hell, Art Briles. Dan, those are the weekend observations.